Hi everybody, new place area again. Not new place, just different area. Just ignore the wine glasses for some. It's not a wine glass, is it? I don't know. Okay, first of all, before anyone freaks out, this scar here and there's a scar some up here. Do not freak out. That was my cat. This one, she decided my face was in the way when there was a moth flying past, so she jumped onto me. That was fun. And then last night we were playing and she whacked me again. So I want to say thank you for 30 subscribers. Over that already. I'm so happy about that. I'm like, yay. So yeah, I thought, the channel's kind of growing slowly, but it's growing. So I thought, why not just have a little get to know me kind of thing, because people just watch videos. And why is Yuki having a meltdown while I'm explaining this? Okay, so I put together, I went to Tumblr, because I normally see these kind of tag things on Tumblr, and they had a tag thing. I couldn't find the sources of them, because people go, oh, thanks to blah 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 for tagging me, and it's like, okay, but where did this originally start? But so I just took a mix of questions, fun questions, from different areas. That's weird. Okay, so are you named after anyone? Kind of. For some reason in my family, it's always been the mothers who have been like passing down their first names to their first daughter, but they leave it as a second name. So, what? Sorry, I really had a meltdown. My grandmother would be Millicent Margaret. Then my mother would have been Diana. What's the first name? Margaret? No. Oh god, hang on. I fucked up this explanation. I keep forgetting my explanations. I've done this about I don't know how many times now, so let me just actually go with my actual fucking family. So, my great-grandmother is Iris. Then my grandmother would be Carol Iris. Then my mother would be Pamela Carol. Thankfully, I am not Caylynne Pamela. So my mother, what she did differently, she took my father's second name, which is Michael, and she gave my second name as Michaela. So I got the female version of that. So I don't know if I ever am in a relationship and that person wants to have kids. I don't know if they want to pass down that tradition as well. Okay, do you use sarcasm a lot? No. Why would I, a good citizen on this planet, use something so horrible as sarcasm? Do I look like a monster? The answer is yes for anyone who can't figure that out. What's the first thing you notice about people? So growing up, my uncle always told me to study people, which I've always done. Over the years, it's just become something I do when I see someone, even if I don't know you, even if I do know you. The first thing you do when you're coming near me or you're staying near me, I study you. It's just easier for me to know, okay, how to speak to you if I need to. Because if you are having a bad day, I don't want to make it worse. I want to speak to you in a calming way instead of going, oh hey, did you see? There's a big difference. You need to be kind, I don't know, that's just something I do. What are your hobbies? So I like writing stories, I like making music. I haven't done that within like a month. 3. The last thing I did was the it sound thing, and I haven't touched it since then because no one seemed interested. And all my instruments are in Cape Town. I'm left with an acoustic guitar that's out of tune. I like making videos, clearly. I like baking, I like drawing, I like gaming, collecting books, collecting music, and I like learning. Just like a typical Ravenclaw. Respect my house. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have a cat named Edie, who I named after the AI from the Mass Effect games. I also call her Edith, after my great-great-great-grandmother, Mary Edith King. I should probably explain I've promised this video for a long time. I've explained my surname change because I went from Alice to King. Misty Alice is a character I've written, and I took her surname because I wasn't happy with my father's surname, so I put myself under Caylynne Alice. But I'm done with Misty. I've let her go. I needed to find my own place, and I remembered that Mary Edith King was particularly a role model to me. in the sense that her whole family, I don't know, when I went to their farm as a child, there was just like so much that inspired me to write, and that's where I started writing. So there's Edie, who acts just like her, the actual Edie. I have two budgies, Hanji and Yuki. Hanji I do not know the gender of, which is suitable because I named her after the Attack on Titan character. Hope if I could speak. And Yuki, who is named after the Sword Art Online character. My brother did name Yuki, but he's kind of just owned Yuki, so Yuki's mine. And Yuki's the grumpy shit, so if you ever hear him screaming in the videos, I'm sorry. And recently we got Millie, who was just here and then she fucked off. This is a bit of a story. A while back, Pablo Hidalgo made a joke saying that General Hux has a cat, and then the fandom went, ooh, great stuff. The thing behind Millicent, well, one of the things was that she was abandoned as a cat and Hux found her like that, and he just took her in, and so she's like this orphan kitten. And I decided, I really wanted the cat. It was time, because I'm so used to two. There's a lot of ginger kittens that were like to give away for sale, and so there was this one particular cat, well, Millicent now, who her mother died after like a few weeks after she was born. So Millicent didn't have a mother, and she was raised by a human mother instead for a few weeks, for like a week or two, and then immediately she was given to us. So we had this like 5-week-old kitten with us, and I thought, the abandoned situation, everything, I thought the name just suited her perfectly. So I do have a Millicent, and I'm very happy about her. I love my Millie, my loyal Millie. Where is my Millie? Oh, shit. I can't find Millie. Hopefully she's just chasing mice aboard the Star Killer base, which is fine. But my point, what I wanted to show was she's got like a little, on her collar is a, it says Star Paws. So I'm like, this went on for too long. Also with Millie, I had named her Millicent Ray after Ray Sloan. Because that's something I think Hux would have done. How tall are you? I am either 164 centimeters or 165, which is probably like 5 foot. Hang on. I was supposed to look this up before I didn't. Where's the... Dude, I am 5'4", and if I was 164 centimeters, 5'3". So I don't know what I am. 10 songs on shuffle, and I'm even from my iTunes. Jesus. Shuffle on, and then go. Magnetized, Emma Blackley. Okay. If another artist shows up, I'm just going to, the same artist, I'm going to skip it up again. So Emma Blackley, Magnetized, the Death Note soundtrack. Okay. There's a lot of soundtracks in here. Marilyn Manson, cool. Lindsay Sterling, the Mass Effect soundtrack. I'm just gonna include as Mass Effect because actually there's Mass Effect 3. Blaze of Fear soundtrack, great. We're just doing soundtracks. Can we? A Bioshock soundtrack. What are we on now? The Veronicas, Murray Gold, Muse, Fantagram, Grades, Nicole Donegan, Jeremy Soule, the KOTOR soundtrack. I've fucking lost track. I'm just gonna keep going. Epica, The Strokes, Baby Metal, cool. Fever 8, 20 Seconds to Mars, Arctic Monkeys, Halsey, Rise in the Machine. Whatever. This turned into a mess. Okay. Do you believe in ghosts and aliens? I'd be very stupid if I didn't, because I've had too much shit that has happened to me relating on both of those things. What is the last book you read? I'm gonna go with the assumption that by the time I'm editing this, I've finished Doctor Sleep by Stephen King, even though I started last night. Are you in a relationship? No. Mentally, yes. So that feels weird. Routine for writing. I normally make myself a cup of tea, which I drink within hours because I forget it's there. I'm like, I don't want to waste tea, so I will drink that damn cold tea as I'm writing. I will either have like H3HE playing in the background of the podcast or something, or I will have YouTube playing a certain, not YouTube. I go into my iTunes and I'll play like a certain album that I'm like in the mood for. or I will go straight into the playlist for that book I'm writing, or that story. And I always have like a lot of glasses of water around. This is empty. I normally have like 3 glasses of water that I would drink a lot, because I do need to drink a lot of water, unfortunately, because my body is just weird. So as soon as all 3 are done, I go fetch another 3, drink that, and I go fetch some more. So I have that, I sit here all day and I write. I don't always watch a lot of movies and series while I'm writing, so I haven't really watched a lot of things within the past 7 years, because I used to sit down and just watch series. I think the last series I watched like within a few days was Bloodline, which was in October last year, 2017, and I watched The Stranger Things season 1 and 2 in December 2017, and I think the last movie I watched was like a month ago, and I only watch like with actors and stuff that I know. So if Keanu Reeves brings out a movie, I'm gonna go watch that. I will, you know, if Marvel brings out a movie, I'm gonna watch that immediately. I'm gonna watch a DC movie. You know, so I'm not always just like, okay, let me pull out Netflix, let me go watch this. I don't have time for that. So I have also in the past like had like the It remake just playing in the background, because one of the stories, Seth, I am writing, is based off kind of that. But I've taken like the Patrick Hockstetter situation and I'm writing a character by that. Also inspired by Owen Teague. Do you have any nicknames? So a lot of people can't pronounce my name. I understand, because it is a Gaelic name. I've had an American guy who's also named Caylynne. He's like, how do you spell your name? And I spelled it for him. He's like, no, your name's Caylynne. And that's what people have been calling me. I don't understand how you get Caylynne out of it. So if you can't pronounce it, or you're not sure how to say my name or whatever when you speak to me, just say Kay or Kaylee and I will be fine. What languages do you speak? English? Or try to. I unfortunately speak Afrikaans, not as fluent as teachers who have bullied me have tried to make me speak. On top of that, I can speak a very little bit of Japanese, thanks to anime. And I have been, since my family came from Ireland, the Kings came from Ireland, I have been trying to get back in, well, trying to learn how to speak the language but for the past few years, but I've always been busy with my writing, so I start and then I forget. So like I had bought this like Pemsler, the Pemsler, it was just focusing on like, are you American? This is how you say I am American in Irish, and it's like, that's not helping me at all. And then at the beginning of this year, the Dublin College had opened a course on the site that I do my studies on. So they were like, here's how you pronounce this, this, and this, and I'm like, everything that I had learned from the Pemsler thing is pronounced completely different in what you're trying to tell me. Everything that is said can be said with different accents, and there's like different accents in Ireland, so it's like, I'm doing very well now on Duolingo. So I've been sticking to that. I haven't touched it within a few weeks. I've been writing again. I will get back into it. So yeah, so that's, though I would like to do more languages because I find it fun and interesting, and if I want to travel the world, that is something I would love to do, is to communicate back with people. I mean, also I just want to make my family proud. Sexuality, I am pansexual. Meaning I don't give a shit what you are. Growing up, I had gay relatives, didn't go anywhere. So I always just automatically was like, okay with whatever. I never went, okay, I only like that kind of gender or this or that. I never told anyone at school, especially because I went to a girls' school. Like I had a thing for a girl who was funny because she always was like, she thought I was the straightest motherfucker on the planet. I really don't care what you are. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have a brother. Unfortunately, he's for sale. I do accept books as payment. Favorite scent? I like vanilla, and I like the smell of rain. Favorite films? So I want to make a video on this, as well as I want to make a video on like my favorite like music. I want to make a video on it, but like my top 5, I'd say is something like Patterson, Ex Machina, Rogue One, John Wick, and It. I can't live without those. Favorite music genre? I really don't care about the music genre either. I'm very open. I can be listening to Post Malone 1 second and then to Maximum the Hormone the next. I'm very open to whatever. And I'm gonna do a video if people want to see like a movie. If people want to see me talk about like my favorite movies and my favorite music, I will do that. Because I mean, if you look at, just for example, of how weird my music taste is, if I listen to a female band, I prefer the metal. But if you're going to like male singers, I like more chilled stuff, like the alternative and indie rock stuff. Although I do listen to Marilyn Manson, now and then Maximum Hormone, I prefer like indie. Where would you like to travel? America, UK, and Ireland. Take me home. Favorite social media? Okay, so here's the thing. I have social media, but I hate it. I don't like having to post stuff about myself up there. If I could just post stuff for my cats, I would. But since I have to promote myself in a way to my channel and to my audience and to make sure that people stay up to date, I understand that. So that's why I do it. And sometimes I just like sharing photos. So that's the place kind of thing. I like Instagram because it's supposed to be like a photo album, but it helps me update you guys as well. I haven't really been into Twitter as much as I used to when I was a teenager. And then there is also Tumblr, which I frequently go onto if I'm having a bad day. I just go on there and then there's a post there that'll make me happy and I'm like, okay, great. Have you ever dyed your hair? Maybe. I'll do it again. I did dye my hair. I've been dyed it within like a month, a year. Before I put it back, I was trying to do the Rogue from the X-Men thing, but because I had dyed my hair red before that, which is the top of my hair, because I was doing a Markiplier thing for some fucking reason, and I had the red in the way and it was coming out pink, and I think I had like 2 more sessions to bleach that out. I would have been fine, but then I had to do a morning job and it was like, fix your hair. So I was like, okay. So I'd still like to go back to do the Rogue thing. There's still a few other things I'd like to do, but I've noticed I do get bored of the dye very quickly. I did bleach my hair blonde. I got bored of it very quickly because my hair grows quickly. So I always had roots within like a few days showing. Though what I did enjoy to a point was I had done Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn thing, and that was fun. Eventually, because my hair was growing out, I just dyed everything brown and I had the color at the bottom. That I loved. So if I do the thing where I've seen a lot of people, they grow their hair out and they have the color fade into their hair fade into the color. And I think that's nice. That's something I will go do. Biggest fear: not getting things that I want to do planned done. Was that English? Not getting to do all the things I've planned. That's what I meant to say. Favorite thing in your room? Ooh, there's a few. Favorite thing in your room? So I have multiple things that I'm very proud of. A lot of them are actually just like weird little toys. You could put it that way. They are toys. I don't know what I'm about. It's just stuff I look in my room. I'm like, I'm really happy I have this. Besides my books and my games and my DVDs. So a while back I had done an unboxing of this and I privated it, thank God, where I opened this guy up. If you don't realize who this is, I'm gonna beat you with my bat. Basically it's just Neo from the Matrix. I'm really happy about it. I am in love with it, mostly because he does this, and it's the nicest little hug anyone could give me. The movies were they inspired me. As weird as I got, I love them. I love this whole fandom, okay? Can't take it away from me. Never will. Shut up. So, like I said, Laura is also one of my role models I look up to. This is like my first Laura anything that besides the games. I see it and I remember why. Because you can't just go on your computer every day and see the icon and go, ooh, Laura. Seeing her like this, it inspires me, and I'm gonna say that a lot when I'm talking about these things. I got her. It's also Stephen King's Carrie. I think she's adorable. I do like Pops, but I think she's really cute. Someone's gonna judge me now. Okay, this is like, it's also something new addition to my room. Like I said, I love the It movie so much. I read the books, I love everything about it, and I love Pennywise. It's a little Hux thing just because of Donald. I love little Hux. He fits into my hand. I've kept the tag on because I don't know. The tag is very cute. I don't know. And he just stays in my room, where he can protect my room, because I know that's what he's gonna do. And he's so damn cute. Come on. I wouldn't want this. I also want the Poe one, but you know, I'll get there eventually. I have this. It is a necklace, but it's currently broken. If you watched Harry Potter, you know the meaning behind this. I don't really explain. Then to go with Harry Potter again, I have this. I got it last year. Well, the year before. Was it the year before? 2016, I think, or 2017. I don't know. Basically, it is a wand. And if you know your wands, this is Fleur-Delacour's wand. She is my favorite character, or one of my favorite characters. And I just love her, and I love her wand so much. I am attached to her wand. I just really like Fleur as a character, and I really wanted her wand, so come on. It is so... it's beautiful. I don't think it's meant to be this color. I don't know why it's this color. I just remember seeing some guy selling it on the thing, and I was like, hi, do you have any tattoos or piercings? No, but I would like to get some piercings. Not extreme, just like a little, maybe a stud that it hoops around there. I thought I'd like it. Another piercing thing is like I've seen with like Owen Teague when he was in Bloodline, he had the snake bite. I am curious about it. I'd probably put fake ones on first to see what it looks like, and then I don't know. I first want to see how that looks. I don't know if it actually works now that I'm staring at myself and I'm like, eh. But I definitely still want that. Tattoos, I do not have tattoos. Oh, go back to piercings. I have 2 here and 1 here. So I did explain it in the Tomb Raider gameplay thing I'm doing. In the Tomb Raider thing, Lara has 3 piercings, so like this. But there was this whole thing where Lara was maybe doing the 3rd one because she's gonna be gay or something, because there's a whole thing about Sam and it's like all this bullshit or whatever. And then I remember going through the comment because I really wanted the 3rd piercing, and I was like, what is the meaning behind it? Is there a meaning behind it? I don't know. And then people were saying, oh, it's probably because of Sam and blah blah blah. But then someone said in the comment that 3rd piercing is probably Lara's rebellious side, because she has this reputation, but look at all the things she's doing. So that is my rebellious side in a way. I thought it was perfect. I just look up to Lara, okay. Tattoos, I do not have tattoos. I would like a tattoo, just something small, just to cover up a scar on my body. I might make it something fandom related, I don't know. I like the idea of unitology, something written in unitology. But because it's kind of spread out, the scar, I would like, I don't know, I've seen a lot of designs like this and that, and I'm like, that's kind of nice as well. But unitology, I don't know. I'll see. Favorite food, not to sound weird or anything, but I like salads and stuff like that. My body is strange in the sense that if I eat junk food, I get horrible acne, so I try to avoid that as much as possible. I'm also kind of lactose intolerant, so as much as I love ice cream, as much as I love milkshakes, I have to have a small portions or small ones of it. otherwise I will be suffering for the rest of the day. On top of that, I am also a vegetarian. This is not where I convert anyone. I'm not that person. I don't have intentions of doing that. A lot of people make fun of me without listening to why I am a vegetarian. Basically, when I was 14, this is the time when my mother went away to do something, and I was with my father, and he had made like fish the first night, which we never really ate fish. So I don't know if my body was just like in shock from it, but it immediately rejected it. So I know in America as well, you guys call it jerky or whatever. In South Africa we call it biltong. I don't know what it is for the rest of the world, but I really loved that. I would eat a lot of it, but suddenly just from the fish, my body was rejecting it. So then I think the next night my father had made like mince or something, body rejected it, and I was sick. Like I got sick. We thought it was just bad fish. My dad also was just like, you probably just missed your mother. Then my mom actually came home, and I was starting to feel bad. She would make more meat and nuts because she's the only vegetarian in the house as well. But she was also making food like meat for us, and then my body just kept rejecting it, and I got to a point where I was just so sick, like I couldn't get out of bed and stuff like that. So I avoid meat because I can't eat any meat without being very sick, and I haven't eaten meat since I was 14, since that horrible experience. It was horrible. I just find it unfair that people make fun of me because of my they don't listen to me. They don't listen to my situation first. They just assume whatever, and I don't think that's right. So be careful next time you talk to someone about that. Okay, ultimate goal for the future. I just want to make people happy. I just want to write things so people can read them and feel whatever. Like when I read a Stephen King book, I feel so inspired to write. I feel so inspired to have this kind of story to tell, and that's what I want to do with writing wise. Screenwriting, that's all I've been doing really the past few months. I've been so focused on it as well. I just wanted my stories to get out there and to tell the world what I'm doing, basically. And here's Millie with her Star Wars. You need a brush, little girl. And there's other things I want to do. I just want to like make schools for people who can't afford to actually go to school, but actually a place where they can feel safe if they need to. Because my school had shit counselors and stuff that were not even proper people. They wouldn't listen. And the teachers were just rude and they bullied me. I want to have a school where kids can go to school and feel safe. I want there to be someone they can talk to. And when I get back into acting so I can inspire people like people who've inspired me. And I mean, there's just so much I want to do. There's so much. Like the school thing is just one thing. Like I'd make a home for people who, can't afford one. Like I'd build safe areas like for the homeless or whatever, just so they can get back on their feet. I don't know. I don't know. There's just so much I want to do. I don't know if I've skipped questions, so I've written 3 extra, thank God, in case. Favorite superheroes, DC wise, I'd have to say Hellblazer, although DC is messing up his storyline big time. Though I trust Guillermo del Toro to please fix it. I don't know if I heard a rumor that the DC movies are cancelled now. I can't go through another reboot, honestly. But if Guillermo del Toro is still gonna make the Justice League dark, please don't screw up John Constantine, please. I love my boy. Please do not mess him up. Marvel, I do like the X-Men. There's actually a lot of stories I haven't really read. I still want to read. So that's just some. So like John Constantine, the X-Men, not the movies. We'll forget about that train wreck. Oh, Deadpool. I love Deadpool. Okay, favorite books. Stephen King's The Running Man. I still love it. But also B.K. Evanson's Dead Space Martyr is still my favorites. I know both are fiction. I know I still need to get into like I still need to get into really other genres besides horror and sci-fi and manga, Favorite cartoons growing up. I watched a lot. Well, I lived on Cartoon Network. There was a stage I just put on Disney because everyone in my school watched Disney. If you didn't watch Disney, there was something wrong with you, which made me unhappy. But I used to love like Megas XLR, Ed, Ed and Eddie. You can never beat Ed and Eddie, never. Samurai Jack, Courage the Cowardly Dog Show. Loved that. Gave me nightmares, probably why I'm like the way I am. Oh, I also love the Batman animated series. So I hope that brought some light into whatever, so you know a bit more about me. If you do have more questions you'd like to know, leave it in the comments. I'll build up a question thing for the next time. If you liked it, please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, please, if you want to see me talk about my favorite movies, about my favorite music, go for it. I need to know, and I will do that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.